Hello everyone, my name's Dusty and I'm still hanging out playing Nintendo. Today I'm going to play Final Fantasy Adventure. And I'm just letting that music play because I like it. All the music in this game is great. Alright, let's go ahead and go. Let's get started. This scroll's very slow. I'm going to try my best to read it without sounding stilted. I'm going to let it get closer to the top. Tree of Mana grows with the energy of will from each and everything of this world. It grows high above the clouds in the air on top of Mount Illusia. Legend tells that it gives eternal power to the one who touched it. Dark Lord was trying to find the way to the Tree of Mana to get the mighty power to conquer the world. Okay, so you've only got 4 characters to name your character, just like Final Fantasy 1 on NES. I didn't do any research before I started playing this. I'm basically just playing this the way I would have always played it when I had it as a kid. I bought this game off of a friend of mine. At the time, I didn't really know him, but somehow we brought up that he had a game he wanted to sell, and I decided to buy it. He sold me Final Fantasy Adventure, and I'm just about positive it was complete in box. And he sold it for like $10 to $15, something like that. He sold it to me for a song, and he just brought it to school, and I bought it off of him. And like I said, he didn't like it, but I love it. It's one of my favorite games. And at the time, all I knew about it was it had Final Fantasy in the title, and I had played Final Fantasy II on Super Nintendo. That's the only Final Fantasy I'd ever encountered. So I was trying to get my hands on other Final Fantasies and got this one. And of course, I would later learn that this is a mana game. But the full title is, I'm not going to try to say the Japanese title, but it's Legend of the Holy Sword, a Final Fantasy adventure. And to me, the mana games have always been and will always be a side story to Final Fantasy. So when I played Secret of Mana a long time ago, I made the connection that, well, Secret of Mana is made by Square, so it's just an alternate Final Fantasy world, and to me that's what it is. That's what it's always been. So I can't name my character Thorsten, so I just named him Thor, and I can't name the girl Ariana, which is a name I always name the girl in most games that I play, and I started doing that with Secret of Mana. So I guess I'll call her, I usually call her Rena, but I think I'm going to call her Aria. Oops. Really twitchy on the button presses in this naming. Yeah, we'll go with Aria. Now fight! So I'm going to fight this jackal here. And you can probably tell right away, if you've never seen this game before, that it's very Legend of Zelda. But I think it's got its own identity. Right now, not so much. But as I go through it, I'll point out things that I think really make it its own game. Thor was a fighter of Empire Glaive. Thor and friends were forced to fight every day, just for the entertainment of Dark Lord. Many fighters have fallen from their wounds. Willy! Thor! Mana is in danger now. We must let the Geminites know about it. Gemma? See Bogard at the falls. He is a Geminite. He should know what to do. Gemma? Mana? What are they? Willy? Willy! Willy passed away. Willy, we hardly knew you. Willy, I'll avenge you. So this game is full-on action-adventure RPG, unlike Zelda, which is not an RPG at all. Eventually I'll have spells. I've got stats. I'm going to go ahead and save just to have a save slot here. There's a map. I'm just in this one room right now. And you've got stats. So, like I said, full-on RPG, not just a game that has heart containers and items and video game elements that people pretend are RPG elements. Real RPG elements. Accumulate XP, gain levels. Alright, so here's Amanda. I'm sorry about Willy. We have to get out of here. I want to go home and see my little brother. The entrance for the monsters leads to the outside. Take your chance. That guy doesn't get a name. We got Amanda. We got Willy. Wonder what that guy's name is. I'm going to say it's Max. Maximus. See you later, Maximus. So I got to fight another one of those jackals. Which kind of makes me feel bad for the jackals because they just kind of look like these big, huggable cats. And they just die. That's only time they appear in the game is right here. As long as I don't move further up, I can't be hit by that guy. So, easy peasy. Climbing down the wall with no rope. Makes sense that I would fall, I suppose. So I could go right, but there's nothing there. The gate closes as soon as I get there, and there's a dead end on this side. So, nothing there. And then down here, we've just got this little cliff, and there's a waterfall. So, can't do anything with that. Okay. So, that pretty much tells me I need to go here. Dark Lord and Julius. What's going on? You say the mana tree is above the falls? Yes, sir. The tree is in a shrine up there. How do I get there? Up the falls? Miracles occur sometimes, Sir Dark Lord. How? A girl has the key to it. Good. Work hard on it. Yes, sir. So Julius has the sprite of the Black Wizard from Final Fantasy I after you get the class change. What? Who is it? Thor's just got exclamation points, so I guess he's saying ah inside or something. I don't know. I won't let you leave here alive. So I fall, and I fall, and I fall. Game over. Ouch. Where am I? Where is this? Speaking of where sprites come from, I am pretty sure that Thor is the knight sprite from Final Fantasy I with a shield tacked on. So this overworld music is some of the best on the 8-bit Game Boy, and I would go so far as to say on the NES as well. So it's really easy to die suddenly in this game, so I gotta be really careful, because those hit points can drop. Because there's no cooldown time between hits. You can get hit 2 or 3 times all at once, so you gotta be super careful about that. Ooh. I don't think I've got any candy or anything yet. You know what? I'm gonna try to go up here where this town is that I know is up here. Right to the 1 block to the east. I'm gonna go ahead and save, which is a really good idea to save frequently because you can die easily. And I'm just gonna go up here, and I probably can't heal. Yeah, I got enough money. I can go to the end. Hello, young man. Welcome to Topple. The old man by the waterfalls is such a weirdo. He used to be a gallant knight, but not anymore. Dark Lord is looking for a girl, I heard. Do you know a girl with the secret of the Tree of Mana? And I know I'm probably supposed to say mana, but I just never could get used to that. It kind of makes me laugh. I think of Magic the Gathering Battle Mage. Yes, I want to stay for 10 gold, because I'm pretty hurt already. So this guy is from Final Fantasy III. I can't remember exactly what he is. He's some kind of sage or Lunarian type of thing, but it's not a Lunarian. They're kind of like coneheads or something. I can't remember what they are. Tree of Mana is watching us from above the clouds. It's protecting us from evil things. It's not doing a very good job. Dark Lord is so cruel. I can't stand it anymore. It seems like I'm really far from Dark Lord's castle, but maybe not, or maybe he just has more of a reach than it would seem. And that guy sells something I can't afford, so I'm just going to come back. Hello, young man. Welcome to Topple. She just says the same thing as the lady at the entrance. So now that I've healed, let me go back and see if I can find Bogard, because I've got a lead, so I'm going to follow it. And that'll be some candy. That's all you get in the beginning of the game is candy. And candy just heals you, like the candy in other mana games. You also get cure potions, but candy is like the lowest level healing item. So I've gained enough XP to get myself a level, so it lets you choose your growth type. And these growth types aren't really stat growths, they're classes, but they didn't name them by their classes. I guess that was deemed too complicated for stupid Americans, so they just gave them the stat names. But if I pick power, it doesn't just raise my power, it'll raise a little bit of everything. The power will get the best growth, but power is really a warrior. Stamina, I believe, is a monk. Will, I believe, is sort of a cleric, and wisdom would be a wizard. I'm actually not sure between the two of those. I think that they're sort of the same kind of thing. But I'm going to pick power, or warrior. So I got 4 power, and got a little bit of stamina out of that, some will, no growth on wisdom. And in the early game, I think it's probably the best to just get power and stamina. Just alternate between those two growth types. And once you start learning some spells, you can start throwing in some wisdom growth. Maybe a will growth once in a while. Not ready to go down there yet. So it's been a really long time since I played this, so I did have to play a little bit to try to get used to just where some things were in the early game, because I didn't want to wander around too much. But I only played it for maybe an hour, so I might still get lost. It has been a long time since I played all the way through it. hurt a lot. I'm gonna go back here and see if I can't eat some of this candy. So anybody that's played this game is probably wondering why I'm not going where I'm really supposed to be going. And I'm just trying to show what happens when you don't. Got some more candy. I need to be fighting these enemies a little bit more, but I'm super vulnerable. And I didn't get to buy that tiny armor upgrade that I want to get. I'll get that in a minute. One of the things I really like about this game that I think makes it stand out a bit from Zelda games of the day is you can stab or you can use that sort of arc slash. And I just really like the control that grants you. We wouldn't see anything like that until Ocarina of Time in a Zelda game. Alright, so I got power last time. I'm going to go ahead and get stamina this time. Notice I still haven't got any boost in wisdom from doing that. But that's okay. I just want to be strong and tough right now. I'll worry about magic later. Okay, so here's Bogard. He'll be our Obi-Wan for the game. I might have already said that. I can't remember. Excuse me, I'm looking for a man named Bogard. And he just doesn't even say anything back to me. I don't know anything. Go away. So that's all I'm going to get out of that guy. So, alright, I guess I have to do something else. So let's go see if we can figure out what that is. So I'm not going to go too far with this wandering around aimlessly thing. If I go to the east, I'll run into a cave that's just a locked door. So I can't go there. There's very, very little of the world map you can see at this stage. So, whereas with the Legend of Zelda, which is your closest analog here to this, you got quite a bit of world map you can run around in, but this one's not like that. This is set up more like a Final Fantasy game, where, yes, I'm on a world map, but it's very limited where I can actually travel. And the world map just gradually opens up more as you go. Now you learn spells by finding books. Sometimes they're in chests, sometimes the character will just give them to you. Oh, look, I found the plot. Help! Help! Hasim's got a serious wound. Oh, please, take this girl to Wendell and see Bogard. He will take care of the rest. Hasim! Hasim! Hasim passed away. Oh no! Don't leave me alone, Hasim! I'm looking for that Bogard fella too. Why don't you just come with me? Oh. Can I? I can't leave you here alone. I'm Thor. Call me Arya. Now, Arya, if I remember right, is a character in Final Fantasy III, which is probably where that name came from. Even though I just shortened Ariana, a name I use a lot, but it also seems fitting for that reason. So I think I can go and afford this armor piece this guy up here has. And you just talk to people by touching them, so you can knock them out of the way. Luckily. I wish more Final Fantasy games had that option. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that. It gives me one little defense point. And I'm just going to go ahead and sell that. There's really not a reason to keep old armor. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There's a reason to keep old weapons. Your weapons can be tools, kind of like they are in Zelda games, whereas you would get items, you get weapons in this game. So you'll get a chain that kind of acts like the hook shot. The axe lets you chop down trees and so on. So you want to keep those weapons. I'm actually pretty sure it won't let you sell them because they are essential. But I could be wrong, I never tried. I never tried to just sell things I knew I needed. Alright, so I need to be going generally north here to go back to Bogart's cabin. Now that I've got Arya with me. And you can ask her to heal you. Let me treat your wound, Thor. Many of the characters have a ask ability like that. Okay, I think I'm going to go with power again this time for my level up. Can't cast any spells, so I'm just going to keep... Oh, that hurt. Not too bad. I'm getting tougher, so it's not hurting as bad as it was. I tend to use the thrust more often than I use the slash. Sometimes I want an indirect hit though, so I'll use the slash for those reasons. But the stab is just a lot faster, so I usually lead with that. Now that meter at the bottom that I'm never letting fill up is a super meter, and you do a special move when it fills up. When you raise your will, it fills up faster, or at least that's what the manual says. I'm not sure if that's true. I kind of feel like it fills up faster just because you've leveled up, but I'm not sure. I just know what the manual said. When I was messing around with this, I was also messing around with the levels, and I was trying to just make more of a fighter mage, and that just wasn't working out, so I don't recommend that. That's almost raising the difficulty to try to do that. So he's just saying the same thing at first. Oh, he's probably not going to talk to me now that I hit him. He says the same dialogue options here. Until... that is the Pendant of Mana. My mother gave me this. Are you the Geminite? Yes. It was when... excuse me. Yes, it was when... I can't say it. Yes, it was when Vandal was trying to conquer the world with the power of mana. We fought against them to retrieve the peace, but we were losing. The power of mana was too strong. But there was a lady who assured our victory. That lady had that pendant on her chest. Seems like this girl is the key for this time. Take the mattock in the next room. Go to the cave on the east side of the mountains. Use the mattock to break the rocks in the cave. See Sibba in the town called Wendell. He knows more. Sibba's going to be our Yoda for the game. So the mattock can also be bought in stores now, and it lets you break blocks, and it will also knock holes in the wall like the bomb in The Legend of Zelda would do. So in just playing the game, it does feel like it was almost made with the Legend of Zelda engine, because you kind of move on a grid. And I feel like, as far as the gameplay goes, that it does match the original Legend of Zelda quite a bit. But they add a lot to it. Probably not as much as they added when they made Star Tropics, but I think they did a lot more with it than a lot of other Zelda clones that came out around this time did. I don't think many of the other Zelda clones did enough with it. They just quite literally cloned the Legend of Zelda. They might have changed the way it looked a little bit, but for the most part, they just made the same game. But with this, superficially, they made the same game, but as the game goes on, it becomes more and more its own thing, I feel. Having true RPG elements helps it a lot. So the only mana games I've really finished was this one, Secret of Mana, and I played, I guess they're calling it Trials of Mana these days. I know it as Secret of Mana 2. I'm going to buy this battle axe. How about some items? I don't think I can afford any items. Probably should go ahead and buy a key, though. It's swampy ahead, be careful. Speaking of titles of mana games, I really never understood why they gave them the titles that they did. This one I understand why they called it what they called it. They called it a Final Fantasy adventure. I believe if you translate the Japanese title, it's Legend of the Holy Sword, or Holy Sword Legend, the Final Fantasy Adventure. Like, the full title has Final Fantasy Adventure in it. Let's see, you probably want stamina this time. And I've just never understood why they had to give it different names. And I don't really understand why mana is in the title, to be honest, but I guess that's a better, more sensible word to include than just Legend of the Holy Sword or Legend of the Sacred Sword. They probably wanted to avoid religion at the time. Any references to religion in a video game. So they had to drop the holy. But in my mind, the series should just be called the Sword of Mana. I think they finally got it right with the Sword of Mana Game Boy Advance game. That's what the series should have always been called, Sword of Mana. So this is Sword of Mana. Secret of Mana should have been called Sword of Mana 2, and so on. Welcome to Ket's. Rooms ahead are occupied. Please feel free to use the western room. You can't get past this door. It's for Mr. Lee. Okay. So this music would suggest that there's something not quite right here. The mystic mirror reveals people's true colors. Oh? Is there someone nearby who has true colors that are hidden? I heard that the man here threw it away in a cave. Why did he have it to begin with? Lizardman's nest is to the south. They have the key to open the Cave of Marsh. So we got us a marsh cave. Cool. Well, I guess since we're here, we might as well rest, right, Arya? Oh, she's ready for bed. Thor? What? I'm going to be playing Thor like he's a dope, because I feel like he's a dope. Even though Thorsten is my alter ego, I guess it's my dumb side this time. I think you should be able to use Cure Magic. Yeah, it should help. Read this. Receive the Magic Book of Cure. Learn Cure. Good night. Good night. Ah, let me do that. I could have done that better. Ah, new victim. Good. I like that that's two lines. It almost makes it seem like it took him a minute to figure it out. Like, good, but Arya's missing. I didn't mean to sleep again. That makes sense. I believe he would do that. Well, I'm going to sleep a few more hours. Sun's not even up yet. Okay, he's saying the same thing. Can't get past this door. It's for Mr. Lee. You're a friend? No. I do not know her. Okay. I'll just leave then. There's that super move I was talking about. I guess that just filled up while Thor was resting in there. So I've learned Cure, but I still don't think I'm really going to be raising Wisdom just yet. I might do it once, get it off of 2. It's at the bottom there, so next level up I'll probably raise Wisdom once. Oh, I need to go down here. Gotta find that lizard man's nest. There they are. I think they look more like crocodiles, and they're also adorable. I think every enemy almost in the Mana games are adorable. There's the bronze key. If you end up selling that or something, you can just go back there and kill the lizard man and get it again. I guess I'm just gonna move on. So, oh, that hurt. I can't kill those swamp mud men or whatever you want to call them. I have to have the fire spell. I'm gonna go ahead and use this cure that I've got here. Probably need to use some of these candies too. I have to equip the key to use it. It doesn't just work automatically. It'd be nice if it did. Your friend is missing? Many girls have disappeared in that place. They must be kept in the caskets at the basement. Looking for the mirror? Do you want me to help? Yes. So he's not going to tell me his name. And he's a red mage. So I think I'm just going to call him Dags. I like to name my red mages Daguerreo, so Dags it is. And he'll just randomly throw fireballs in all directions. He has no AI whatsoever. I don't have any pures. So I'll just have to let that run its course, I guess. That's lasting a lot longer than I would hope. I do have a pure. Oh well. I gotta get rid of this candy anyway. So all status effects just last for a few seconds. I need to save, it's been a while. So I don't really make any special effort to cure them, I just let them run their course. With poison right now, though, I probably need to heal it because it does quickly reduce those hit points. Alright, let's go ahead and raise Wisdom this time. That'll give me some more magic points. Now I can talk to this red mage, but he just gives me information. Some walls may be broken with the Morning Star or the Mattock. Those walls sound different when you hit them. Found the sickle. So this weapon I think is a little bit better than the battle axe. I had the battle axe a minute ago, but It's just so slow, I don't usually use it. Let's see, I believe there's another... You know, and I gotta use the Matic again because I wasn't paying attention. I think there might be another wall I can break. Not sure though. No, I guess not. Okay. No choice but to go back. I didn't really check these walls though. Alright. Now we know. Found another Matic. It's going to come in handy. I can't kill these guys, and I can't really depend on my red mage to do it. So we're just going to walk on by. I can kill these skeletons, though. I got one. We got the skeleton, I think. I could have killed that. Come on, get him. Get him. He's not going to. Alright, I need to use a key. So I'm going to push that chest over here to push this button. Sometimes he'll throw fireballs and break that chest. I'm glad he didn't do it this time. And all that's in here is healing spring. So they're making the first dungeon easy on you. One of the things I really enjoy about this game that I haven't mentioned that I think also sets it apart from Zelda games is the weapons. The different weapons are really cool. Oh, they slammed the door on me. Okay, let's see. So I think I'll go with power again. Oh, iron shield, that's nice. So I'm not real clear on what the shields do. They don't raise your stats. I'm not sure if there's certain things I can't block unless I upgrade my shield, but that's what I would guess it's about. I can't tell. Maybe there's some magic defense tied to them. I really have no idea. If somebody knows, put that in the comments, that'd be alright. Now let's use the other one. It's got 3 uses left. And you can just climb these vines. No special item needed. That might be a missed opportunity. In Mystic Quest, you have to use claws to climb. If anybody from the UK is watching, they're like, but this is Mystic Quest. Yeah, this is Mystic Quest, and Mystic Quest, instead of being called Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for them, is just called Mystic Quest Legend. And I think that's a better title. I'm not a big fan of putting Final Fantasy on games that aren't really Final Fantasy games. I consider this to be a Final Fantasy game, though, but Mystic Quest, not so much. Which is to say Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on Super Nintendo. So I'm trying to get to where I can touch these tiles without getting hit by these blobs. Alright, this looks like a boss fight's coming up. So I'll go ahead and put my cure up. Oh, I'm going to equip my sword, I think. No, maybe not. Let's see what we can do here. Let me try to use the sickle. I think the sickle's probably the best weapon for the job here. Those fireballs travel sort of random. Hard to tell where they're going to come from. A lot of flicker on this game, sometimes. Especially with projectiles. So maybe Iron Shield helps me block those fireballs, and if I didn't have the Iron Shield, I couldn't block them? That would be my guess, I'm not sure. Alright, I got fire now. That was an easy boss fight. I got the mirror. Show it to the guy at Ket's. He'll scream and show his true colors. Bye! He just disappears. He just teleported out of there like Julius. I'm sure it means nothing. So I can kill these guys now, but I don't think I got enough magic points to do it. Yeah, I do. It costs 1. That's convenient. Ether. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and use the... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm almost at Ket's. Or am I? Yeah, I am. Okay. Let's kill these Metroids. Sickle's making short work of these enemies now. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and rest. Because he doesn't know I'm here to crash the gates. Alright, so let me get my mirror out here. Welcome to Ket's. Rooms ahead are occupied. That mirror. Ah, he's a werewolf. He's not a very threatening werewolf. Well, that wasn't hard. Okay. So I think I'm going to wrap this episode up right here. Go ahead and rest again. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hang out with me again sometime, and we'll play some more Final Fantasy Adventure. See ya!